NURTuRE stands for the National Unified Renal Translational Research Enterprise, and we gave it that name because we want NURTuRE to be a platform for multiple cohort studies within the kidney disease research area. So the first two cohorts that we've started now are one on chronic kidney disease and one on idiopathic nephrotic syndrome. And the purpose of these studies is really to understand more about the mechanisms of disease progression and disease pathogenesis, and then secondly to develop ways to predict outcomes so that we can identify patients that most need intensive therapy. The NURTuRE chronic kidney disease cohort study has now finished recruitment, so we've recruited 3,000 patients into the cohort, and we will follow them up using the UK renal registry for up to 15 years. So that will give us a really rich database of clinical information and also good outcomes data for all of the patients. In addition to that, the study is linked to a biorepository. So we have up to 120 aliquots of biosamples on each participant in NURTuRE CKD. And in addition to that, we have material for genetic analysis. So we're doing exome sequencing and GWAS studies on all of the patients. Similarly, for the NURTuRE idiopathic nephrotic syndrome study, which is being led by Moin Salim, we have excellent baseline data on all of the patients. The plan is to recruit up to 800 patients, and they've just passed the 550 participant mark. And again, they have a comprehensive biosample collection as well as genetic material. A unique feature of both cohorts is that we have placed an emphasis on obtaining kidney biopsy information and material. So all of the kidney biopsies will be digitally scanned and entered into a central repository. And then in addition to that, we have access to residual tissue from the biopsies for tissue studies. The old paradigm for doing studies is that if you had a particular research question, you would design a study to address that particular question. And so each question needed a new study. We've tried in NURTuRE to design the study as a platform to answer multiple research questions. So in the way that we've chosen the data to collect and the biosamples to store, it will be suitable to answer multiple questions. And that means that it's much more efficient in terms of recruitment, because you don't have to recruit a new group of participants every time you want to answer a question. In addition to that, there are other features that improve the efficiency. So we are using the fantastic resource that we have in the UK renal registry to obtain the outcome data, because the registry already collect those sort of data, and so using it for a trial reduces the amount of additional resource that you need to capture outcomes. A further aspect of efficiency is that we hope that the NURTuRE cohorts will also become a good source for recruiting participants for future clinical trials. And to some extent that's already happening, so patients from the NURTuRE cohorts are being recruited into randomized controlled trials. So although I lead the NURTuRE CKD study, it is very much a collaborative effort. So we have investigators from multiple different centres in the UK, and we also have industry partners. And each of those will be working on different aspects of the study. But a key strength of NURTuRE is that within the collaboration there is an agreement that all new data generated will be contributed back into the central database. So the resource will actually grow with time and become more powerful. There's also a commitment from each of the partners, including the industry partners, to publish all of the data that they generate, so it will all become publicly available and of benefit to the whole scientific community. I think a key ingredient to the success of NURTuRE has been the involvement of Kidney Research UK. So Kidney Research UK is a charity that has in the past been very active in funding research, but recently, and in particular with respect to NURTuRE, they've moved into actually facilitating research. So Kidney Research UK played a key role in bringing all of the partners together, and in addition to that, they provide us with invaluable assistance and support in maintaining the study and ensuring that it is run smoothly.